off the exit. Just me and you only. By ourselves. Just me and you.
We're going to get down?
What?
What, you want to get down?
Yeah. Just me and you. You leave your guys here, I leave my guys here. Me and you just take a walk.
Yo, God, they won't do it.
Are you fucking scared? Let's do it. Me and you take a walk. Let's take a walk. Let's take a walk. Come on, no, Alex! No, Alex!
Today we will be looking at some of the most crazy and extreme moments of influencers fighting. 5. Rich Piana and Mack Truck. The altercation between fitness influencers Rich Piana and Mack Truck at the LA Fit Expo was a public and dramatic display of unresolved tensions between two prominent figures in the fitness world. Rich Piana, celebrated for his engaging personality, dedication to his fans, and leadership of the 5% nutrition crew, was known for drawing massive crowds at events. Mack Truck, a former member of Piana's crew, was once a trusted friend.
He's very healthy.
You need to bring this at the
I'm
interview,
trying to be
Matt.
healthy. You know, I got my
really?
gluten shake, of course, with some blueberries.
Big Mac's leaning out, dude.
Yeah, the Holy Ghost is leaning me
Is that
out.
what it
man.
is?
According to Mack Truck, the relationship began positively when they met at a fitness expo, and he became a part of Rich's fitness brand, eventually helping to promote the 5% nutrition movement. However, as Mack's popularity grew, he felt Rich became insecure, deliberately limiting his opportunities and withholding acknowledgement of his contributions. Tensions escalated further when Mack observed Rich subtly undermining him through subliminal social media posts and dismissive behavior. The final straw came after Mack decided to leave the brand to pursue financial growth with another company, which Rich perceived as disloyalty. According to Mr. Yoki Lover Entertainment, the man who filmed the fight, the interaction went like this. Mack Truck arrived at the expo with his associates allegedly seeking confrontation over lingering issues from their past falling out. As the tension escalated at Piana's booth, Piana, sensing trouble, handed his phone and watch to his girlfriend.
In the crowd. So you see him here taking off his watch, and he hands his watch to his girlfriend, Chanel. So obviously, he's expecting some trouble. You can see him, you can see he's getting a little agitated. So you see she's holding the watch behind her back. She sees it too. She knows the history, and she's telling her, I don't know who this girl is to her, but she's telling her that something might happen.
A clear signal he anticipated potential conflict. He attempted to maintain control, suggesting a private one-on-one discussion to resolve their differences. However, Mack Truck escalated the situation by sucker-punching Piana, striking his jaw and sparking a chaotic brawl between their respective crews. Despite the heated clash, which included punches, kicks, and verbal altercations, Piana displayed remarkable composure, repeatedly urging his crew to stand down and de-escalate the fight. After security intervened and the chaos subsided, Piana returned to his booth, resuming interactions with fans and maintaining his professional image. Mack Truck, on the other hand, justified his actions as a response to perceived disrespect, portraying himself as a streetwise figure willing to act decisively. Videos of the incident quickly went viral, drawing widespread attention and polarizing fans. Supporters of Piana praised his efforts to avoid unnecessary violence, while Truck's defenders argued his actions were warranted. The event highlighted the volatile nature of influencer rivalries and the pressures of public personas in the fitness industry, raising questions about professionalism, conflict resolution, and the increasing trend of personal disputes being played out for social media clout. 4. Vitali and Bradley Martin. The clash between fitness influencer Bradley Martin and YouTube prankster Vitali Zdorovetski at the KSI vs. Logan Paul 2 boxing match added another layer of drama to an already high-profile event. The altercation, which occurred in the crowded Staples Center in Los Angeles, stemmed from a long-standing feud between the two internet personalities. Vitali, known for his outrageous stunts and provocative behavior, had reportedly taken verbal jabs at Martin on social media over time, often mocking his fitness-centric image and questioning his authenticity. Bradley Martin, a prominent fitness entrepreneur and social media figure, had largely brushed off these provocations until their paths crossed at the event. The fight unfolded in the arena's VIP section, where Vitali, appearing visibly agitated, approached Martin in an aggressive manner. Witnesses reported that the encounter quickly escalated as Vitali seemed intent on provoking a reaction, shouting insults and attempting to engage physically. Martin, known for his calm demeanor and towering physique, initially tried to defuse the situation. However, when Vitali reportedly lunged at him, Martin defended himself and the two became embroiled in a scuffle. Security and bystanders intervened to separate them, but the incident had already captured the attention of onlookers and cameras, with clips quickly circulating online.
Fight you or what?
I was more calm here.
You? You want me to fight you?
The more I get in your flight, the more I practice being in here, the more I'm like, hey, you do that. Boxing is a weird type of earned conditioning, and that's all it was.
Being knocked out initially, and that was wiped away as well. We're going to take a look at that.
The aftermath of the fight fueled significant debate among their followers. Vitali framed the encounter as an act of defiance against someone he viewed as a fraud, while Martin's supporters commended his restraint and emphasized that he acted in self-defense. For both influencers, the incident brought a surge of attention, with many questioning whether the fight was a spontaneous clash or a calculated move to capitalize on the hype surrounding the KSI vs. Logan Paul 2 event. 3 Logan Paul and Bradley Martin.
Bro, like that's a pretty vulnerable position for a guy. Like, bro, I could have killed him. If we're in the street, I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker. Like, your life is in the palm of my hand, and I didn't. But it'll fuck with you as a man. It'll fuck with you. I see. Ego. That's the point.
The private fight between Logan Paul and Bradley Martin, 2 high-profile influencers, has become the talk of the town, despite the lack of footage or direct accounts from the fighters themselves. This no-camera, no-content brawl arose from their ongoing social media tensions, allowing them to settle their differences away from public spectacle. While the outcome remains shrouded in speculation, Logan's younger brother, Jake Paul, shed some light on the fight during a recent episode of his podcast, BS with Jake Paul. In a conversation with wellness influencer Aubrey Marcus, Jake Paul applauded both Logan and Martin for their willingness to address their issues through a physical contest. Marcus highlighted the bravery required for such a showdown, praising Bradley for stepping into a bare-knuckle fight with Logan despite the outcome. Same with Bradley Martin and Logan Paul, Marcus said. You know Bradley lost that fight, no cameras, but everybody knows he lost the fight, but actually he won. He showed up and had a bare-knuckle fight with somebody he had beef with. Jake reinforced this sentiment, stating, he won, in my book, respect to Bradley, because no one else is doing that shit. He has balls. Round of applause for Bradley. Both Jake and Marcus commended Logan for his part in the clash, calling the mutual resolution a win for both men. Reports suggest the fight lasted around 60 seconds, with Logan seemingly emerging as the victor, evidenced by red marks on Martin's head and body in the post-fight video. However, the conclusion isn't without nuance. A clip shared online shows Logan and Martin shaking hands and hugging after the brawl, with Logan expressing gratitude for the experience, saying, "Bro, thanks for letting that happen. Sometimes, bro, boys gotta be boys, man."
Okay. So we're doing that? My thesis is you have cameras everywhere in this gym.
Yeah, but I agree to not post anything. I said no cameras, no content.
Be in front of zoo culture.
Yeah, no cameras, no content. This is specific to that.
So if we're going by the tweet, and that's what we're going by,
no cameras.
Let's pop. No cameras, no content. We'll stop. We'll pop out front, like in the tweet.
Yeah, I respect you. Hope you know that.
Thank you. I respect you too, bro. For real.
He has wrestling experience, but if you had locked in that hold or that choke,
essentially, yeah, one hand, yeah. But still, one Brad hand is almost like a. It's just mad respect. He just didn't back down. No, I know. Over here.
Adding to the narrative, UFC bantamweight champion Sean O'Malley offered his perspective, suggesting Logan likely won based on the post-fight demeanor of both men. To many fans, the result was hilarious because Bradley Martin was gaining notoriety for repeatedly claiming he could beat professional fighters in a fight because he was bigger than them.
My MMA coach, Antonio McKee, you gotta look him up. This mother is like he used to fight at probably like 145, 150. He's stronger than me. I guarantee he's stronger than you.
No.
I guarantee.
No way.
Brother, I bet money. I would call him up. Let's go to his gym, and I want to see you wrestle with him. I bet, bring your people. I guarantee.
How much he weigh?
How much I weigh?
How much does he weigh?
Right now, he's older. He's retired. He's probably like He wouldn't be over 160.
Damn, I'm 260, bro.
I bet you he's stronger than you.
No.
I guarantee you money.
You can beat me in a street fight?
Huh?
You think you beat me in a street fight?
You in a street fight?
Yeah.
You're a podcaster, brother.
I love it. So the answer is then yes, yeah?
Of course.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I think I might be able to get you.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
Dude, I fucking love
Give
it.
it a try, though.
Well, I know you're 260, Brad, but this 260 right here ain't really helping you right now. I know it wasn't a street fight, but what do you guys think? If it would be a street fight, would Brad win because he's 260?
2. Eddie Hall and Hafthor Bjornsson and...
You want to go now? I don't give a fuck about the money, man. Stepping back, you're not holding me back. Stop holding me back! Stop holding me back! Stop holding me back! This fucking fine. Fuck your vagina. You show me. Quiet your mum down as well. Oh! What's the respect? Look, how the fuck you talk about mum, you fucking asshole? I'll knock you out.
The animosity between Hall and Thor can be traced back to the 2017 World's Strongest Man competition, where Hall narrowly claimed victory over Bjornsson. Thor publicly accused Hall of cheating, alleging that a referee had unfairly disqualified one of his repetitions in the Viking press event, which cost him crucial points. Hall vehemently denied the accusations, maintaining that his win was legitimate. The controversy lingered in the strongman community, fueling tension between the two competitors. Over the years, their rivalry grew beyond the competition stage. Both men frequently took jabs at each other in interviews and on social media, with Thor accusing Hall of unsportsmanlike behavior, while Hall labeled Thor as a sore loser. The bitterness between them only intensified as their careers evolved, with both men transitioning from strongman competitions to other pursuits. The turning point in their feud came in 2020 when Thor announced his intention to break Hall's world record for the deadlift of 500 kilogram. Thor successfully lifted 501 kilos, surpassing Hall's record. However, Hall questioned the legitimacy of the lift, as it was performed in Thor's home gym rather than in a competitive setting.
If I pulled 501 kilo in my home gym, would you accept it? Thor, I'm asking you, would you accept it?
If it was under the right circumstances, with the right referees, with the right promotion, and everything done correctly, the weights actually being weighed, not like yours. Yours were not being weighed. Then 100%, yeah. 100%.
So what makes that?
You did your fucking record,
God.
You did your record,
Calm down.
with your best mates, Colin Bryce, with your business partners.
This reignited their rivalry and prompted Thor to issue a challenge for a boxing match to settle their differences once and for all, setting the stage for what was dubbed the heaviest boxing match in history. The bout was initially scheduled for 2021 but was delayed due to Hall suffering a bicep injury during training. The postponement only added to the anticipation, with fans eagerly awaiting the showdown between two of the world's strongest men. On March 19, 2022, Hall and Thor finally faced off in Dubai. The match, which consisted of 6 3-minute rounds, showcased the transformation of both athletes from strongmen to amateur boxers. Thor, who had focused heavily on improving his boxing skills, displayed superior technique and endurance. Hall, while aggressive and powerful, struggled to match Thor's precision and adaptability. Thor ultimately won the match by unanimous decision, with all 3 judges scoring in his favor. Following the fight, both men showed respect for each other, shaking hands and putting their feud to rest. 1. Jeff Nippard and Mike. The altercation between Jeff Nippard and Mike Van Wyck at Pure Muscle and Fitness in Ontario sent shockwaves through the fitness community, sparking widespread debates about professionalism, respect, and the tensions that can arise in highly competitive environments. The clash was rooted in a long-standing philosophical divide, with Nippard advocating for evidence-based, science-driven training methods, and Van Wyck representing a more traditional, instinctual approach. This divide became personal when Nippard responded to Van Wyck's public criticism of mediocre influencers prioritizing science over experience, potentially igniting the animosity that led to the altercation.
all know the science-based guys. Science guys really need to answer this question before anything. Why is it that you remain so mediocre, yet you know so much?
I know I don't need to respond to this, but since he asked, using science-based training, I won Natural Bodybuilding Nationals. I earned my pro card on the most competitive stage in the World Natural Bodybuilding Federation. I placed second in my first bodybuilding pro show, and while doing this, I set the Canadian record on the bench press, and I set a provincial record on the squat. I currently weigh 180 pounds at 5 foot 5 inches tall, which is pretty close to my natural limit given my height and my genetics.
The incident unfolded during what appeared to be a routine workout session. Nippard, accompanied by his cameraman, was filming content for his YouTube channel when Van Wyck reportedly brushed past him with a cryptic remark, sparking a verbal exchange. CCTV footage shows Nippard approaching Van Wyck with his cameraman continuing to film. Van Wyck, visibly agitated, demanded that the filming stop. The situation escalated when Van Wyck jabbed Nippard in the throat, causing him to stumble backward and fall. As Nippard stood back up, Van Wyck grabbed him by the throat again, issuing a warning to stay out of his business. Van Wyck then shoved Nippard's cameraman before storming away. Nippard later shared his side of the story on social media, disputing claims that he had provoked the altercation and expressing confusion over Van Wyck's extreme reaction. He revealed that he sought medical attention, including a CT scan, to ensure there were no serious injuries. Halton Regional Police charged Van Wyck with 2 counts of assault following the incident. Meanwhile, prominent figures in the fitness world, such as Quinton Iria, publicly condemned Van Wyck's actions, with Iria vowing to cease training with him and labeling the behavior as bullying. Adding to the controversy was the release of a 6-second video clip capturing only the moment Van Wyck attacked Nippard. This limited footage left many questions unanswered about what led to the confrontation. YouTuber John Bravo later obtained and analyzed the full CCTV footage, providing a more comprehensive view of the events. Bravo pointed out that while Nippard's decision to approach Van Wyck with a cameraman could be perceived as provocative, it did not justify Van Wyck's aggressive and violent response. Bravo also noted that parts of the incident filmed by Nippard's cameraman were never released, raising questions about how the narrative was initially presented.